feels great. Just really looking forward to being back here on the field, on Sunday, just being back out here with the team, practicing again, and, being around the guys. Past few weeks, it's been different, it's been weird, not being around everything, so it just feels good.
Bill talked about a conversation that you guys had at the start, I guess, or near the start of your IR stint about the commitment level, and he said the other day that he was very impressed about what you were able to do while you were on IR. Can you maybe talk about that process and what you went through to be able to get back?
Yeah, just worked my tail off. That was really it, just doing whatever I could and, control what I can control. And, I thought the trainers did a great job, the strength coaches did a great job, really just getting me back into shape and, being ready to go whenever I was able to come back, and start practicing.
Rex, you've dealt with injuries before, but, when you're placed in IR and you know that you're going to be out for an extended period of time, what was that like, to kind of be away from the team, and what did you take away from that, during that process?
Yeah, it's not fun for sure. Something, I've never really dealt with for that extended amount of time, and so, but it puts things in perspective. It makes you really appreciate your time out on the football field and, in the locker room with the guys, and, it makes you miss it for sure. So, just really appreciative for every moment you have when you're out there. And I was definitely looking forward to when I can get back out there.
You never want to feel like you're letting anyone down because injuries happen in this game. But when you're watching the team and they only have 2 running backs, one goes down and then they have to use Cordell Patterson to jump in, how hard was it to you to watch that, and how much did that make you grind a little bit harder?
Yeah, it was tough, very tough. But they've done a great job. Guys really stepped up and played their tails off. Even CP getting in there, getting some action. So that was fun to watch. But at the same time, just doing whatever I could, like I said, and still staying locked in mentally. Doing things whether that was on the playbook with film or whatever that may be, or watching the games, just on TV or whatever. Just staying locked in.
Rex, what's been the hardest part so far for you to get back there and get back on the field?
I think just the little things you have to knock the rust off on, whether that's just route details or certain things, just getting back into it. And I think I progressed for sure. But I would just say that's really kind of any time you step back out on the field, even after the season when you come back for OTAs, is knocking off some of that rust.
Rex, there are guys who spend time on IR who come back and say, I learned a little bit something about myself, whether it's, watching more film or spending more time with, kind of sitting on the sidelines, whatever the case may be. Have you had that experience so far? Maybe you're not far enough along in the process to really figure that out.
No, definitely. I think when you sit back and you watch the game, whether that's from the sideline or up in the booth or at your home or at home, you start to pick out things that normally you may not see when you're out there on the field. And so, I don't want to get into those details, but there's certain things I definitely saw that I was like, man, if I did that or did something that way or, made an adjustment here, I think things could go a lot smoother.
Rex, was it frustrating at all? There were times when this team was short at running back, particularly the Green Bay game when we had a narrow play running back. You're sitting watching the game, you think maybe I could help at running back. Is that frustrating to see when the team was short, thinking I could help the other way?
Yeah, of course it is. But, it's a process, and so, I couldn't be out there. But, definitely proud of those guys and seeing them, make multiple plays and CP stepping in there and, doing his thing.
Rex, what's been your impression with James White and his leadership? You guys lost a lot at running back this year, and Sony battling those injuries, but James being, named a captain of this team and being the constant force on the field at running back.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's a great leader, a quiet leader, and doesn't have to say too much because just by his actions out in the field, how he prepares every day, how he comes to work every day, that's leadership there. And even though he's younger than me, I still look up to him in many ways as well. And just coming in last year, learn from him. Always having questions for him, and he was being right there by my side to help me out.
Because undersold sometimes how good of a rusher he is. Everyone thinks of him as a pass-catching running back, but on Sunday he had 9 rushes for 73 yards, a big rush on the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, he's an all-around back. He can do it all. He's one of the smartest football players I've ever played with. Definitely he sees things that other players don't see, what other backs don't see, and it's been cool to be along his side.
It's certain life events, that you are what has the last week and a half been like for you and your family?
Oh yeah, it's been great. I got new little boy in the family, and so that's been exciting for sure. And you know, just such a blessing to have a healthy boy, and you know, learning the tricks of the trade of fatherhood, and you know, figuring things out there. But no, it's been a blast.
Never stop learning on that one.
Never do. No.
I know it's
How
one
do you
thing.
switch the? Go ahead.
I know it's one thing to be back at practice, but how much are you looking forward to playing in a game and getting that opportunity to run out of a tunnel again?
Yeah, excited for sure. You know, and you know, especially with it being a home game, and you know, against a good team like the Vikings, it's definitely going to be a challenge for us, and you know, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Is there a gear you have to switch for that? Because you've been rehabbing this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a gear you have to switch to say, okay, now I got to get into game mode and into productive mode?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I've played, you know, multiple games in the NFL, of course, and so, but there is, when you get back to an actual game week, there's a different mindset of, you know, your approach on things, and, you know, when you get back out on the field, of course, things are going to move quicker than practice, so, you know, just getting adjusted to that.
Rex, do you feel like physically you'd be able to handle pretty much whatever the coaches ask of you?
Yeah, I hope so. I feel good. You know, like I said earlier, the strength coaches, I think, did a great job, and the training staff get me in shape to come back and play.
Rex, when you first suffered the injury, were you surprised that you hit IR?
You know, I can't really get into all that. You know, just controlling what I can control, and you know, trying to do my best to get on the field.